Hi, I'm Ryan Dugmore, a consultancy director here at Theorem Solutions, and today I'm going to be having a conversation with myself about what's new in the Q2 Theorem-XR release. So what's trending in XR? I'd say over the last quarter we've been working with our current customer base on their detailed use cases. We've been working on enhancing features, so getting things refined and understanding how people are starting to use this XR technology and how we can adapt our applications to obviously support them in it. But also, what we've seen, generically, is a look to improve the ease of adoption. So obviously, we've got these companies with departments looking at XR and how it's being used. But from an overall view, how can we improve the ease of adoption for customers, and how do we get the majority of their workforce to use XR? So I guess improving the ease of adoption is looking at what have we got today and what are the barriers that we've got today and how can we improve them. So one of those things is looking at what hardware do we currently own, how do we use it, and how do we enhance it to take advantage of XR. And one of those things we've seen a push in is AR support. So obviously coming back from the HoloLens VR kit, the new devices, to look at devices that the workforce are already using and already familiar with. So at this release, we've started to enhance our Theorem AR capability. So we've enhanced it to take advantage of layouts. So now, obviously at the previous release, we talked about big data, so AEC data, Revit, Navisworks, building data, and how can we start to take advantage of that, but using tablets. So as I say, using the Theorem-XR layout experience, being able to build layouts of geometry and factory spaces, work environments that you're using, and how can we replay those and view those using the tablet. So looking at things like model placement, improving the tracking, where we're placing the information, overlaying in real life, and using features like isolating components, being able to interrogate the data that we've loaded, and being able to use it, but in the device that people are more familiar with. So that's obviously reviewing large data using the tablet devices. And we're working with customers to obviously utilize the Microsoft HoloLens to do the same thing. So I think at the previous release, we talked about Microsoft Azure remote rendering, getting huge data sets into the cloud. And we've enhanced that further at this release. So we've looked at directly passing huge data sets up to Azure. So there's no interim processing, FBX files, GLTF. We can pass directly to the Azure remote rendering ingestion engine, and we can get those on the devices quickly, and people can work collaboratively in the huge data environment. We've also looked at enhancing the standard application. So again, working with these customers that are using HoloLens out in production, how can we better place models? So we've got improved QR code placement, being able to offset to known locations, known distances. So that enables overlaying of digital and physical more accurately. And we've included digital markup tools. So again, these have been available in our VR and desktop applications for a while, but they've now been included in Microsoft HoloLens. So the users can mark up using a digital pen and record images, containing that. So being able to, annotate and mark up digital content for usage. I think looking at the virtual reality and desktop applications, again we've made a lot of enhancements. We've included a lot of new features. One of the main being there's now product structure viewer. So again, if you've got obviously your full product structure in your CAD system, you've got engineers that are used to utilizing the product structure, the assembly structure, and the parts associated. We can now review that in our application. So being able to select components and in a guides context, being able to detach those and use those to drive your virtual training. It's just again an enhanced feature enabling users to better control their data and control what they're doing with the data on screen. So yeah, I think that's quite a very high level view on what was put out at this release. There's a lot of detail in our release notes, so they're available on our website. So feel free to go there, check out anything Theorem-XR related, including the release notes. Similarly, the apps, the tablet app, the Apple Store, the new HoloLens apps on the Microsoft Store. So again, go to the relevant stores to get access if you are a current user to the latest applications. And for any further information, do the usual things. Go on, follow us on Twitter, go on LinkedIn.